Hello again, welcome back JDMSK. We are back onto the Subaru, thankfully. So I'm hoping by the end of this video we'll actually have the car back in use on its wheels on the road. Which brings me on to another subject, because I don't have those wheels for it anymore. If you've been watching the channel for a little while, you know that I never liked them from the day that I put them on. So I sold them, they've gone. That's kind of like a balancing act now, because I've sold them, I don't have wheels to go on the car. Yeah, didn't really think this through, did I? But, like I said, I've sold them because someone came with a genuine offer, actually wanted them, so that was it, I was done. So what I think I'll probably do is borrow those from the 99 car, put them on this for a little while, but I am looking, if anybody's watching this and got something like suitable, I do want some new 5x100, probably 18s realistically for it. I don't really want to go less than that because they look too small in my opinion. So I need a nice set of 5x100 18s for it. If you've got anything, just message me on Instagram or Facebook and I'll have a look what you've got and how much you want for it. Right, today's job then. So we're going to get this put in. We're going to get the bushes put in there, which are under there. Those in, this under the car, rear diff in, and then obviously like the arms and all that kind of stuff back in it, thankfully. So I'm quite excited today because it might actually happen. That'd be really nice, and I've got a few other jobs to do, so I've got to balance it up. And we will also obviously get the exhaust system put back together once we've got a rear end on the car again. But, you know, one thing at a time. Right, I will put these bushes in and then we'll get it all put back together. Right. These are really straightforward to do compared to like most normal bushes, because normal bushes where you get like a rubber bit of metal sleeve that's all one piece. Real pain because you either have to press it in or get like a long threaded bar, which is how I usually do things. But the beauty of these ones is they go straight in, so it comes apart 3 pieces, top, middle and a bottom. And all you do is slip the top in there, sits in nice and easy while the insert's not in there. Get underneath, bottom one. It would probably be easier if I hadn't painted this, to be fair, because obviously the paint starts taking up space. And then we'll do this from the top. All it is, once those 2 pieces are in, that goes in there. Just keep it all together while you do it. It's quite firm, you have to be a little bit rough with it, but it's not too bad to do, as I said. And that is it, that's as easy as that. So, just like that, your bushes are already in. They're a lot easier than, like I said, using the standard type, because you have to then mess around with it, pressing it in one thing or another. I don't really like that, but these I've used before. They're on the back of that Subaru there, so that's the way I've done it for. That's what I like, and it's an upgrade as well. So I'll do the last one, and then we'll put it under the car. Right then, back end of the car. Now this is probably going to be I would say a little bit difficult on my own. It'd be nicer if I had a second pair of hands, but that's not the option I'm faced with. That's not the luxury I'm faced with, should I say. So, I'm going to try it once on my own. As I said, I don't think this will happen very easily. Trying to get a bolt with a washer on there. Not looking forward to this. That actually went easier than I thought, as long as it don't land on my head. There we go, got a couple of bolts started. So that is pretty much back up there with the car. The thing I always try and do is try and balance it out with both sides. So until you've got all your bolts somewhere close, I'm never going to find tightening it up. But that's all for. So I don't think she'll fall out now. There we go, managed to get the diff up there, which was a little bit difficult on my own, if I'm honest. Not looking forward to doing that again. I'll make sure I've got a second pair of hands next time. Right, moving forward, we can now put the prop shaft on to the front of the diff. And there's a little plate that goes on there, that can go on. And then it'll be literally the hubs mounted up there, obviously, there, and the front arm part of it. And then she will be pretty much reassembled on this end, so we can start looking at the exhaust. So let's do the prop and do these rear hubs and get it back together, put the shafts in and everything like that. There we go. After a little bit of difficulty, we got it all done. Rear hubs are now completely back on, all the bolts are on. Handbrake cables are into the car up there. I still need to connect them up, should have said. And ABS cables are in as well, so that's that sorted. Now, next thing is, I will go back around and put this all, make sure it's all tight. Sorry, before I get any further, I'm missing the anti-roll bar at the moment. I've still got that to deal with. Right, exhaust manifold, I better start getting that on. Next thing to do is the exhaust manifold. I would only ever use these. These are proper actual Subaru manifold gaskets. Now this is what meets between the engine and the top of the manifold. So if you use the cheap ones that are on eBay, it will blow like crazy. And you can't put silicone or anything up there to try and seal it up. It doesn't work like that. I have tried the cheap eBay ones a few years ago, and it does not work whatsoever. So stay away from it all. Use the proper Subaru ones. They're not expensive. Speak to import car parts, somewhere like that. You can get them on eBay, but just choose the better ones. Trust me on that one. Right, manifold on. That's the header back on. That actually took a lot less time than I remember. Last time I did that, it seemed like a bit of a fight, but sometimes because of how they're designed, because that's not joined together, you have to sort of stretch it across a little bit on one side, which I did have to do with this when it was brand new a couple of years ago. Right, next bit, I need to take out, because we're not using this stuff anymore, we need to take out that lemon sensor, and I'll have to weld up that little L-shaped thing that somebody sent me, the spacer. I can't get one in time, so that's my only option. That's the only thing realistically that's stopping me from putting the car back together, so I'm going to get that out, I'm going to weld that up, and then we'll put sports kit on and start working out the rest of the system, how short it's going to be. There we go, right, I got that all welded up now, so that's all one piece again. Lambda sensors in, so I'm hoping that that'll just do the trick not to bring the engine light on, because it's not sat in the mainstream where the cat would normally be. So we're going to mount that up, and then mount the back end up, and then give it a try and see how much we need to make the difference up and the size. Right, and this is where we are. I've put the exhaust system roughly in place. It's on the mounts at the back end, all three of those are on. And the mount that goes there, that one's on as well. Now, this has worked out pretty much as I expected. That's how short we end up. As I said before, I can't remember why this is. It's something between the classics and the new ages, and one of them doesn't quite fit the other. But the sports cat's there, it's like trial fitted up. I've not sealed any gaskets up or anything yet, but that's how short we are. So, this is my next part. Now, because of this little adapter that I'm making, I've secured the 2.5 inch end. That's on there now temporarily, just sort of tacked on for now. And I've got some 3-inch piping coming around, so I can extend that to the right length that we need for under there, and then put the flange on the top of it, and then basically that'll be like my adapter. And I think the rotation of the bolts works out nearly perfectly, so that won't be too bad at all. So that'll be pretty good. Once that gets extended, we'll put the top piece on. That will pretty much close the gap under there, and then we can, instead of just having everything trial fitted, we can actually secure it all properly. So that's what we'll go with. We'll see how it plays out. Right then, that took a little bit of wrestling and a bit of fighting, but I've now made the most backyard engineering center joining adapter piece in probably the world. But the good news of that is that means the exhaust now on. So this is going to be probably, I don't know, let's assume there's going to blow somewhere. You know, we'll not assume it's going to be perfect, but this is the first official start with this on. So get the camera somewhere near and turn the key, see what happens. Fingers crossed. say that from this end, it sounds great. There is one little blow on the manifold. And to say the amount of work we've just done, that's pretty decent. I'm happy at that. Obviously we've got a little warm up slightly, but we'll give her a tickle. Okay, good news, bad news. Bad news for that car, but I've had to obviously steal the wheels off it, like I said. I'm also going to have to borrow these wheel nuts, which, because that one's not being built yet and this one is, I don't want to use rubbish wheel nuts on it. And I've got these lying around, which was a gift Christmas before the one just gone. So I'm going to have to use these on this car and order another set for that one. Okay then, so first thing first, I'm going to use my phone just to finish this video off. Camera has gone flat, obviously. Right, that's it, we're done. That sounded pretty good. I'm pretty happy at that. Heck of a lot of difference from the little standard-ish system we took off it, because that was only a universal back box that I fitted, I don't know, 3-4 years ago when I first got the car. So it's finally got the exhaust on it that I want. So it's going to be now sent off for MOT, and hopefully the eBay sports cat will pass. It should do, but you know, we'll give her a go. And yeah, once it's back on the road, then we can start having some fun with it. But before that, we've got a couple of other jobs to do first, including like the Civic. The MX-5 really should be looked at to have a bit of fun with that as well. But you know, let's do things one thing at a time and try and get through it. But I'm glad that's done. But if you stayed through that the whole journey, or if you missed any of the early episodes, click back through, have a look. Make sure you subscribe, because there's a lot more to come this year, as I said just before Christmas. So thank you very much for watching. I will see you again soon.